boy Obsicte coming at you again with another episode of the Patriot Way franchise mode. This is the breakdown of the final roster leading up to the matchup in week one against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hope you all are doing well. Hope you guys and ladies are staying safe. So to break down the final roster, just to let you guys see. Punters, kickers stayed the same. Still kept Patriot Chung. He is going to be our strong safety. But the better show, let me go to the depth chart. That way you can show. So at running back, we have Sony Michel starting in free agency. We picked up Jay Ajayi. He's a guy, I believe, who had a good run in the NFL. He's also a Super Bowl champ. He won that with the Philadelphia Eagles. And I believe, he's one of those guys that been humbled. Like, he's been a bad rap on him saying that he has attitude problems and stuff like that. But for being out the league like a season and a half now, I feel like he's been humbled, and we're gonna give him a shot. Is bring him in on a 1-year contract, a prove-it contract. So hopefully he can do well, backing up Sony Michel on our basically first and second down run plays to give him a breather. Fullback is still the same, Jacob Johnson, rookie. Hopefully he can do well. He had a little issues during the preseason with picking up the right blocker, but hopefully he can grow to become a better asset to the team as time goes on. At wide receiver, everything's basically the same. We didn't add nobody else. We still got Julian Edelman, Marquise Lee, Demir Bird. Looking forward to really implementing him into our game plans. 95 speed, that's basically our deep threat. We had Philip Dorsett, but I don't know. It's just like he just never was that deep there for us, even though he had a very fast combine, like a 4.2, but it never translated to the field. Kind of weird. And another guy that I'm really hoping has a strong season for us is Nikhil Harry. Last year was a downer, played with injuries, and I feel like bringing in the guy that you don't see no more on this screen, which was Mohamed Sanu, really stunted Nikhil Harry's growth in the offense. And what we ended up doing with Mohamed Sanu, we ended up trading him to the Redskins. The Redskins were basically depleted at wide receiver outside of Terry McLaurin. So we traded him to the Redskins for a third round pick. I believe that was a fair trade. So moving right along. Tight ends, we kept the same. As I showed you in the last episode, that we had signed Delaney Walker. As you guys know, Bill Belichick likes to have a veteran basically at every position. So Delaney Walker is that until either Matt Lacoste or our rookie Devin Asisi can develop into better, well-rounded tight ends. O-line basically stayed the same. I trimmed down some of the depth that we had, but the starters are basically the same, except for the right tackle. For the right tackle, we traded Marcus Cannon to the Cincinnati Bengals for, I believe it was a second round pick, for next year's second round pick. And we picked up Ron Leary. He's a very, very solid inside guard, but we kicked him outside to the right tackle to see how he does out there. Hopefully he can do a better job, and he's a lot cheaper than what Marcus Cannon was also. Moving on. Boom. This one was one of the biggest pickups in free agency for us because he's been holding out, not really signing with nobody. The Browns made a very strong offer to him, but with the reopening of everything and being able to visit different franchises, he basically chose the New England Patriots at the end with the pedigree of Bill Belichick. He's a very versatile player, can play hand, hands in the dirt or stand up outside linebacker. And there's another reason why he chose to join too, and I will show that in a little bit. Move Chase Winovich to our right end. So Chase and Clowney, they're going to be interchangeable. Basically, they can play in um, ends or outside linebackers, depending on the situation. D tackle, we have Lawrence guys, same people. Adam Butler. Outside linebacker, we got Dante Hightower and Jennings. We picked up Mikal Kendricks and Deron Lee. Deron Lee from Ohio State, coming off a Super Bowl win with the Kansas City Chiefs. And both these linebackers, as you can see, what I mentioned in the last video, I want to address the speed of this defense. And both of them are 87 speed. And we have for insurance policy Brandon King. Yes, he's not that good all around. I mean, 56, but at least hopefully he can hold his own in coverage, since he was a safety at one point. At the right outside linebacker, we have Josh Uche from Michigan. He will be developing more and more, but we will be using Jadeveon Clowney, like I said before, interchangeable depending on situations. Moving on, corners didn't really touch nothing. We got the stud, Gilly Lock, J-Mag, JJ, JC, and if we have to play quarters, we have Devin McCourty to come in and fill in it. He was a former corner also. Starting safety, D-Mac. And the project from last year from Vanderbilt, Joanne Williams, we're going to be developing him in that free safety. I feel like he's too slow to play corner. As you can see, 87 speed. And his coverage skills is not that bad. 73 man as a safety, that's pretty decent. So we're going to be focusing on increasing that, developing his zone and basically his pursuit and tackling. Strong safety, we're moving Kyle Duggar as the starter. He was phenomenal in the preseason. He was all over the place whenever he was on the field. So I gave him the nod over Terrence Brooks. I was not going to start Patrick Chung because even though in real life Patrick Chung is a solid safety, in Madden, that's you ask him to get burnt deep all the time with an 85 speed safety. So what I ended up doing with Patrick Chung is he will be my starting linebacker whenever we have to go, to our sub packages like big nickel over G, nickel, dime. He will be that guy, so that way he can be responsible for tight ends and running backs. Third down running back, obviously we got James White, one of the best in the league at that. Jay Ajayi would be our power running back. In the slot, we got Julian Edelman, which will take advantage of his ability, which is slot-o-matic. And we have Nikhil Harry and Jacoby Myers. We have Dante Hightower to rush the passer at times, which he does do in real life, moving him around. And we also have Jadeveon Clowney on the other end. In the interior, we have Winovich and Dietrich Wise. So we have a lot of more speed. Basically, they're smaller guys, but they're more speed. And one of the things I focus on, I just try to put the guys with power moves, like high power moves. I put them out there on pass rushing, so that way they can beat double teams and get to the quarterback faster. That is, hopefully they perform at the way I'm expecting. At the slot corner, I got J.C. Jackson. I gave him the nod over Jonathan Jones for this sole reason. Even in real life, and You guys that watch football a lot or Patriots fans, you'll know that JJ, he's very solid. He's fast, and he has his moments where he's very, very like a almost like a lockdown corner. And you can see that his stats comparable to JC Jackson is almost similar. But he does get beat at times. It's like sometimes he loses where he is on the field, and that's one of the reasons why I gave JC Jackson a nod. He has higher awareness, and he is stronger. So he not really stronger, but he's better in the slot. Just off of the awareness alone, he can most likely catch up better to double moves, stuff like that. And in real life, I feel like he played better than JJ. Moving on, practice squad. That's not really important, but this guy right here, Cam Newton. So I decided that Jay Stid wasn't ready. Going through preseason, I noticed that his accuracy was still very bad. He has good speed, but his accuracy was still pretty bad. And going through that, I ended up calling Cam. With everything reopening, Bill Belichick gave Cam Newton a call, and Cam Newton basically said, with everything going on, he's not that same guy that the media makes him out to be. He's a good team leader, good locker room guy, and he even said that, listen, you could just bring me on, for 1 year, prove it. I know that, Jay State is probably going to be the future, but I'll come in and show him the ropes, teach him how to be a pro and everything like that. And that was very admirable. So we brought him on, and by us signing Cam, it was like a big buzz and everything like that. And that's when Jadeveon Clowney's agent reached out, and that's how we was able to get Jay Clow. So with all that being said and done, 53-man roster overall now is 84. Offense 84, defense is 84. And excuse me. So I will be breaking down in the next video the matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers, going through their offense, different things we will be looking forward to taking advantage of in that matchup, and hopefully we get a dub. So until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, peace and love.